In sport, one can often find stories of highly talented cricketers falling by the wayside, leaving fans to wonder as to what could have been. Vinod Ganpat Kambli is one such cricketer. A young boy living in the chawls of Kanjurmarg in Mumbai, he was one of 7 in the family. His father, a former cricketer in the Mumbai circuit, switched his profession and became a mechanic to support the family. His father's struggle steeled young Vinod's resolve and determination to make a career as a cricketer. Vinod was coached by the Padma Shri Award winner Ramakant Achrikar, who trained many other international cricketers. Foremost among them was Kambli's old schoolmate Sachin Tendulkar. The Kambli-Tendulkar duo had first grabbed attention while playing for their school team Shraddha Ashram Vidya Mandir, registering a world record of 664-run partnership. A year onward, in 1989, Sachin Tendulkar was representing the Indian cricket team while Vinod Kambli made his first-class debut. A man known for quick starts, he was one of the few cricketers to hit their first ball in their first-class cricket for a six. He was also selected to play for the Indian under-19 side in the same year. In his first major first-class season, he scored big runs, that is close to 1100 runs in 11 matches. In the next season, he did even better and scored over 1200 runs in just 7 matches at an astonishing average of 111. With 9 centuries and 10 half-centuries in 18 first-class games, Kambli was picked for the Indian Test side in January 1993. After 93 runs in the first 2 tests, Kambli grabbed the world attention with an amazing performance against England and Zimbabwe, scoring 224 against the English team, following it up with 227 against Zimbabwe. With his next innings against Sri Lanka and Colombo, he became the first Test cricketer to score hundreds in 3 consecutive innings. He showcased immense hunger for runs. With another century against the Lankans, his Test average was well over 100, all at the age of 21. Touted as the next big thing in Indian cricket, he was widely regarded as someone who was more talented than Sachin Tendulkar. Vinod Kambli yet again stamped his authority in ODI cricket as well, having scored a century within his first 10 ODI innings. At this point of his career, Vinod Kambli was universally praised. While some managed the limelight better than others, Kambli struggled with the attention. Soon, universal praises from the media changed course, with Kambli's off-field antics making the headlines. His performances on the field dipped, powered by failing against the short ball, leading to general angst amongst the Indian fans, a demanding fan base at the best of the times. In 1994, Vinod Kambli was troubled by a barrage of bouncers by Courtney Walsh, and he could not find an answer to it. This exposed his weakness, and the short ball strategy ruined the career of Vinod Kambli. As Harsha Bhogle once said, "Once you go beyond a certain stage, talent is the most useless thing to possess. Talented cricketers can't find answers to such roadblocks." And Vinod Kambli hit one of those roadblocks and did not know what to do. He made 9 comebacks in the ODI side but still failed to counter the bouncers. While Vinod Kambli came into the team as someone who grew alongside Sachin Tendulkar, they were slowly becoming contrasting personalities. The latter's success coincided with the former's struggles, with devastating consequences for Vinod Kambli. A young cricketer struggling with his game needs support from his fans and selectors. However, a brash youngster with gold chains and a penchant to night outs did not attract any support. He was soon left out to dry. His spot in the Test side was precariously placed. Post the glory period, Vinod Kambli played 10 Test innings without posting a single 50-plus score. By then, the selectors lost patience and Kambli never played Test cricket again. His limited over spot was on a safer side due to the occasional half-centuries and the not-out innings that resulted in Indian victories. In 1996, India were favourites to win the World Cup at home. Vinod Kambli was an important batsman in the middle order at that time. An expectant nation's hopes ended with a humiliating loss to Sri Lanka in the semi-final at Eden Gardens. A match remembered for the crowd trouble and the visuals of crying Vinod Kambli. Images of a crying Kambli are fresh in the memory of Indian fans. The defeat not only ended India's World Cup hopes, it was the beginning of the end of the career of Vinod Kambli. In 35 ODIs post the 96 World Cup, the left-hander could manage only 560 runs with not more than 3 half-centuries. He played his last ODI in 29 November 2000. Eventually, he announced his official retirement in 2011. A career that started with a bang ended with a whimper. His retirement triggered a series of questions, like was he adequately backed by the selectors? Was he provided adequate mentorship allowing him to handle his off-field activities better? Did his off-field antics prove to be a hindrance to his career? Or does his story showcase the challenge of an international cricketer, where a cricketer needs to work twice as hard to keep his spot in the team? Whatever the reasons, Vinod Kambli ended up as a cautionary tale, a talented cricketer fallen by the wayside, one who failed to do justice to the enormous talent. Check our other whiteboard style cricket videos backed by deep research. Kindly subscribe to our channel and help us grow. Thank you.